So they'll be calling you a radical. It's 311. So I want to talk more about Chernobyl and the dynamic of leading up to the nightmare in Ukraine, which is a nightmare. Do not forget General. You can hear the planes in the background. Those are the F-35s. They're in Germany right now. General Flynn. Didn't that all come about in Ukraine? How about Manafort? Didn't that all come about the Ukraine? How about Hunter Biden? Did that all come about the Ukraine? Those are all documented, proven. Not the, other ones that people think about, talk about. So, let's talk about Chernobyl. Everybody knows Chernobyl as the one nuclear meltdown and the echo chamber that repeats this over and over. The greatest nuclear disaster in world history. Everybody who says that should be arrested. I mean, the sound of Fukushima silence. Let's talk about Chernobyl and Putin taking it. Why would he want it? Oh, are you kidding me? Chernobyl is much more than one partially fueled core meltdown. Now, in that part of the world, they'll tell you that Edward Teller blew it. Now, if you know anything about Edward Teller, you need to start doing some work on him. So, 750,000 men were drafted in Ukraine, and entombed it. That incredible operation in the documentary is a masterpiece. I worked on it. Well, I consulted on it. I got a beanie for it, which got stole. So, Chernobyl is much more, especially post. Lots of so-called Western interests in there. United States. This is important. Let's walk over here because this is my 8th grade science teacher, and this is the University of General Electric. This is, yeah, you're here. This is Utah Construction. Founded right here. Floor, founded right. I mean, I'm here. I'm in the belly of the beast, born and raised here. That's my 8th grade science teacher. This is the science building. What's going on over there? There's so much more. You have to have uranium-235 to make bombs. There's lots of other reactors and experimentation. Lots of U.S. scientists in there. Now we know the White Sea, the SMR that blew up on 8/8. Start this at 311, Kevin. So you think about that operation. Now what did they do at Fukushima? They could have entombed it, did they? No. Gorbachev deserves multiple Nobel Prizes. Those men that did that deserve so much credit. So Putin has taken radiation levels spiked dramatically. Tanks, everything. I mean, the place is radioactive just forever as far as we're concerned. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years. But what's going on over there, and you can look it up, there's all kinds of stuff. There's so much more as far as bomb making, nuclear bomb making, nuclear experimentation by U.S. companies. There's YouTube videos, including NuScale. Now, this is historic and important because NuScale, Jose Reyes was the CEO of NuScale. Okay, that's the SMRs. Here in Utah is the only municipality in the world that's funding this. This is important. Really important. The head of the NRC worked with Jose Reyes at Idaho National Lab together. Don't you think that's a conflict of interest? She approved these NuScales. This is the same one approved the licensing at Turkey Point, who has been rescinded today by the new head of the NRC. Now, the head of the NRC was Gregory Jacko inside the Situation Room at Fukushima. He runs from me every time he sees me. I know what happened inside the Situation Room. He cowered down, and Obama backed out the Navy. Now, this gets better. NuScale's original funding, Kenwood Financial. The South American, I think he got 170 years in prison. All fraudulent, all fraudulent. So what's going on at Chernobyl? Why would Putin want Chernobyl? Are you kidding? Now, he's forcing scientists to stay in there. I'll guarantee the Western scientists all got out of there, and there are gods of them in there. You can look it up. You think it's just the one. I mean, I used to get people in Austria showing me videos of people stealing scrap metal out of Chernobyl. Nobody cared about it forever. There are plenty of scientists and workers and all kinds of stuff that are going in. There was more than one reactor there. Now, we know about the melted down reactor, but there's so much more to this. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? And as I say, the greatest nuclear disaster in Russia wasn't even Chernobyl, and Chernobyl was all that then some. The documentary does a great job on it. That's my act. But Fukushima dwarfs them all. And we hear nothing on that. Oh, I'm in the belly of the beast. Believe me, I've been here the whole time. I was an honor student here at 16 years old. Plasma physicist. That's where I was headed. So, but I remember Einstein's quote. I did it all with plumber. Well, I was a plasterer. I'm glad I was, but I stayed educated the whole time, you know. And my plutonium work, first you do the field work, then you hypothesize the knowledge. There's a new energy coming out of Fukushima, but there's so much more going on in Chernobyl. Chernobyl is just not one nuclear meltdown. We got a little bit of endangered species here, but very little. So let's flip this little can, NuScale can. So Utah's been defrauded at hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I did all that work. And I've been betrayed by my own state. I'm 7th generation here, you know. And famous lines on all 4 sides of my family, and they've totally betrayed me. You know, big day's tomorrow, so it'll be 10 years tomorrow. The last chemo one with me. We were going to have a celebration at the hospital, but still can't get in. You know, the leukemia unit. I'll be the first one they know of to overcome AML de novo. That's leukemia that presents in a tumor without a transplant. It'll be 10 years. I mean, what the fuck? I was in that bone marrow transplant. It's been an ugly, ugly journey. Hard, ugly journey. Where can we prop up the camera without ruining it? Right here, why not? So much more to Chernobyl than an entombed partial core meltdown, which was, that documentary does all that for it. I love that documentary. I remember when I first saw it, I saw it a lot before. I said, you'll never put all that up. You'll never do it. They did. But the greatest nuclear disaster in the history of the world, bar none, unarguable, is Fukushima. Kevin Blanch, gold medal winner. Dead tide pull jumping, Bob Beeman Blanch. Where's your peers? My peers.